Hi, and welcome to your next episode of Shonda Talk. This conversation is called the bare minimum trap. I'm going to ask you a question. Are you easy to please, or have you become accustomed to being neglected? You see, there's a difference. There's a difference between being low maintenance and receiving bare minimum. But before I go further, I'm going to be honest and transparent with you. I know personally what it feels like to accept the bare minimum and convince yourself that it's love. You see, I had to learn this in one of the seasons of my healing journey. And the way the Lord showed me was that I was giving myself the bare minimum and saying, I love myself, when I wasn't even giving myself the time, attention, dedication, and priority that I deserve in my own worth. I had to adjust my definition of love because I wanted to match what I was receiving. That's for myself and what I was receiving from other people. Other people were giving me the neglect and bare minimum because that's what I was giving to myself. So they were only reciprocating what I was putting out, the energy I was putting out on what I valued myself as. And I'm going to be honest, really honest. Once I saw that, once the Lord put that mirror in front of me, I couldn't unsee it. I couldn't unsee how I felt less than what I deserved. Meaning I was accepting the bare minimum from myself, calling it love, all while accepting bare minimum and neglect from other people. And see, the bare minimum is so dangerous because we take pivotal moments, a promotion at work, or support, or things like that. Any special moments or hard moments in your life, someone showing up for you, we think, oh my God, they really love me because they showed up in this moment. But what about those other moments that aren't pivotal? What about those moments of just answering the phone when I call, responding to a text, giving me time, giving me attention? What about those moments? What about those moments where we deserve still for someone to just show up for us? See, and again, an honest moment, as I go through the rest of this video, please know I'm not judging you. I'm not scalding you. I'm not being hard on you. I'm only being honest and showing you that you deserve more than what you're receiving, because I deserve more than what I was giving myself, and B, what I was receiving from other people. And I don't want you to have to learn the hard way like I did. See, sometimes what we call being easy to please is really a pattern of learning how to survive on very little. When someone has experienced neglect long enough, like bare minimum efforts can start to feel like love. And I said that earlier in the video. The bare minimum support, the bare minimum response to a text message, the bare minimum of anything, you say, oh my God, this person really, really loves you. When you have gone without something long enough, the smallest drop of it can feel like a flood. One of the most dangerous things about the bare minimum trap is they do enough to keep you from leaving, but never enough to truly build a future or make you feel like a priority. what we begin to do slowly, and we don't even realize it sometimes, is that we stop measuring love by consistency, character, and commitment, and we start measuring it by moments. Moments aren't love. We're always going to have moments. We're always going to have those moments that build great memories or bad memories. But love is not defined by moments. Love was never designed to be measured by moments. Never. It was never designed that way. Love is revealed through patterns. See, the bare minimum trap works when someone has been neglected long enough that consistency starts to feel like a miracle. When they've been consistent for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you'd be like, oh my God, yes, Lord, you finally answered my prayer. They have changed. When in reality, that should have just been the standard all along. Those 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year of being consistent should have been the standard from the very beginning. The dangerous part is the person accepting the bare minimum. And I want to tell you something today. You are not weak. You're not weak at all. You are often someone who went without love or being loved well for so long that that's the standard you set for yourself. And when that happens, we stop looking at character and we start becoming loyal to a person's potential. The potential traits that we tend to be loyal to is someone's talent, their charm, their confidence, their ability to say the right thing, chemistry. Chemistry is very different from connection. But I'm going to digress on that one for another video. Moments of effort, the version of them that we created in our minds. See, potential feels exciting because we all have potential. And I was just having a conversation with a friend today, and we were talking about hope. Hope is so dangerous. Potential and hope go hand in hand. But I'm going to digress on that too because that's a topic for another video. Again, potential feels so exciting. Why? Because we have that hope and that butterflies and all of that stuff. But the truth is, potential actually requires imagination. So with potential, let's talk about character traits. Character traits is what makes you who you are. And no, character traits is what will reveal the reality. Those traits are consistency, accountability, discipline, respect, and integrity. See, where we get things confused is we think character is loud. It's not. Character, though, is always reliable. You cannot always rely on someone's character. You cannot rely on their potential. So I'm going to ask a question. Maybe the real question we should be asking is, are you actually easy to please? Or have you just learned how to survive on very little? You see, one of the reasons I wrote my love letter to the king inside of you is because potential is what makes us admire the man. But it's his character that makes him worthy of his crown. Men, I love you guys. And, I strive every day for every man under the sound of my voice to find that king inside of them. But I want you to know our world spends enough time feeding you fantasies about power and leadership and success. But no one really wants to have the conversation about your character and what it actually takes to carry those things. So as I get ready to close, I want you to remember you are worthy of more than the bare minimum. Don't allow someone to give you the bare minimum because they're reciprocating what you give yourself. Understand your value. Understand your worth because you are a king. And ladies, if you are watching my video, understand your worth. You are worth more than moments and calling it love. You're worth consistency. Men, you're worth consistency. Men and women, you are worth unconditional love. But it starts with you. If you can't be consistent with yourself, how can you expect someone to be consistent with you? And I wouldn't be me without giving you some questions to ponder on. Are you ready? Question number 1. Are you showing up halfway, but expecting someone else to meet you with everything? If so, why does that make sense? Question number 2. If someone treated you the way you have been accepting for the next 1 to 2 years, would you feel like it's peace or pain? And the last question, what are you currently accepting that you would never advise someone you love to tolerate? Remember, you are a king. You are worthy of love unconditionally. You are worthy of everything your hearts desire. And you are worth more than someone treating you like an option. You are worth being prioritized. And you are worth everything your heart, mind, and spirit deserve. Why? Because you are a king. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day.